Hey, hey, hey. Oh, I meant to go check something. I'll be right back. It's probably going to kick me out, but I'll be right back. Thanks, love. Oh, you changed your name. Oh, okay. Shoot, that means now I'll have to. Does it still show you as being modded? Hi, you guys. Can you guys hear me? Yeah. Hi, Tanger. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Because I had tried to uh text you. I don't know if you even got the text message. I tried to text you. No? Oh, all right. Well, maybe you can call me. You still have my phone number, Missing Loyalty. That way you can call me and give me your new number, and I can remind you after this live stream. Huh? Do you still have my phone number, Missing Loyalty? Or hope, faith, love. Okay. All right. Cool. How you guys doing? Good. I just want to say I am not Ashley. I saw somebody leaving a comment today, just a little while ago, and this is the first time that I've been like, "Hi, homeless in America." that I've been, like in the community today. And I looked around and I saw that somebody was, first of all, given some wrong information. And also, they were saying that I was Ashley and I was in NetNet's live stream today, which as Ashley, which I'm not Ashley. Like, just stop with the bull crap. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not anybody but me or Stella Doro. That's it. Those are the ones. That's it. I mean, like, I'm beginning to think the people who accuse people are the ones of it. I mean, not beginning to think. I pretty much do think so. You know? Hi, Robbie. I'm dying to do just a little bit of commentary. Little tiny. Oh, okay. Make sure you save my phone number. Dying to, only because there's just one, there's just like something I just want to point out, like, because as much as I get called, like, this, that, and the other thing, and things get questioned, and people might think that if I question something, that I'm okay, Miss Loyalty. That, oh wow, SG's so heartless. Can anybody tell me the number of open heart surgeries a certain person said they had, and that I mean, maybe people don't watch the same people that I watch, so maybe they won't know. But does anybody know the amount of open heart surgeries for a certain person in this community that I'm supposedly doubting? Because if not, then it really doesn't make a difference to play this audio, you know what I mean? And explain why I have a little, like, thoughts. But if they do, there's reasons, like, and I'm not trying to undermine anybody's health issues as they are. Well, it was 5, is what they've been saying as of lately. SG says, oh, she doubts that she's had 5 open heart surgeries. All right. Okay. Just for the heck of it. For the heck of it. Yeah, eBeggars is nice. For the heck of it, I'm just going to play this little audio. Disclaimer, I do not own the audio played. It has been altered in speed. And, oh, you think that's a lot of heart surgery, open heart surgeries. Well, listen to this. Oh, I don't even know what something would be like when somebody would just sound like after that. Well, Dixie, bitch. Because I don't believe, how could anybody go through 8 to 10 open heart surgeries? Did you hear that? 8 to 10 open heart surgeries. 8 to 10, though. 8 to 10 in this one.
Because I don't believe, how could anybody go through 8 to 10 open heart surgeries?
Her beef is that I think she was being harassed. I actually went back 8 months. And at that time, somebody was saying something or accusing her of making fun. Yeah, how would they not know how many? 8 to 10? I mean, yeah, that's her talking. That was 2 months ago. 8 months ago, she was mad because somebody was accusing her of making fun of somebody with a disability. I'm not sure how old she is. She's younger than us, but she said that was that all started when she had her kids, which was 11 years ago. So it wasn't her whole life. And somebody had been accusing her of making fun, saying that somebody said she made fun of somebody who's disabled. Now, I don't know anything about that. Just like with the, Christine F. and Amy's, when they were saying, I said Amy had cancer and needed cash apps. Now, I never said that. I read that she was in remission, and I congratulated her. So I can't help but wonder if somebody doesn't go around. Oh, you know what it was? Christine F. and Amy said, they received a text message that I was saying that. So they're not even getting, Christine F. said, but it was via a text message. So I don't think that they ever actually saw anything like that somebody's getting them going. And that's what I think happened with Cindy. I do think people get harassed when they are, supportive of me. I really do. Well, Amy is the one, I guess, who contacted Christine and something about a text message. I really don't know, but I'd like to see where I said that. Yeah, based on hearsay, and then have this big, huge bash session saying, Tracy, the last person I would need cash apps from is you. I never said that. I never ever said that. And Tanger never said that Amy was lying, that she's not going to America. That never ever occurred. There was no big bash session of Amy or Christine F. There was not. Amy is like, she can't keep her name out of my mouth. Amy, I can keep your name out of my mouth. Very gladly. Christine F., all I did was congratulate you on your remission. That's it. That's all. I don't know what text message you received. I don't know, but they're lying to you. Just like Carrie Ann is lying to KFC and telling her that I blamed Jules for Comcast. I know exactly who did. And, that's all you said. Isn't she coming to America? That's all it was. But it's summer there and winter here, so it makes sense to come when it was winter, and you know what I mean? Here's another thing. I noticed Amy bitching about, Sharon, talking about this, that, and the other thing, and saying she's a grown woman. She can't buy all these things herself. And then next thing, Christine's talking about how she's filled up the drawers with clothes for Amy and this, that, and that thing. Now, that's all nice and good. But do you see how it can go both ways, that you're being nice to Amy and buying a grown woman things, and then others are buying another grown woman things. I just don't understand how it affects any of them, or affects anybody if somebody donates to Homeless in America, or if someone donates to me or donates to Maddie. It doesn't affect other people. And giving isn't about whom they give it to. It's about the person. It's, you know what I mean? It just doesn't have, it seems like these people are fighting and arguing about things that are not, it just doesn't make sense, you know? Like this 8 to 10 open heart surgeries. I mean, now it's 5, before 8 to 10. But here, though, this is where I think, now this is just going too far of blaming me for things, okay?
Picking up what I put down?
All right, this is where it goes too far.
Everything's going on. That. And it leaves our borders open. Because we're vulnerable. We're vulnerable. We're very vulnerable. Okay? Picking up what I put down? We got a big set of Guillons out there.
Now listen, it goes to me.
You know, with everything going on over in, you know, Israel and everything that's going on.
Somehow it comes back to me.
Say buzzwords that'll get me canceled, okay? You guys know what I'm talking about. It's not a good situation.
Amazingly, this is going to go back to me.
It's not good. It's not good overall. Nope. It's not. And then I see, okay, Ben Shapiro, who is a Jewish conservative. Okay? I know Ben Shapiro, yeah. I like Ben Shapiro. Yeah, okay? Ben Shapiro is on the same level as Candace Owens, is as a lot of other people, you know, and I'm checking these people out.
I don't know who Candace Owens is.
Okay, go ahead. Candace Owens. Oh, I'll send you all of them. Tucker Carlson, that just got canceled from Fox News.
This girl actually wants to fucking...
on the same level, okay?
Yeah, I can't even.
I see Rhetoric posted that somebody who is of the Jewish faith really likes him on one level because he's Jewish. Never heard of him before, right?
I like him because he's Jewish. That's my rhetoric. I never said I liked him because he was Jewish. All I said was I don't agree with everything he says. I'm pretty sure I don't. I mean, especially, you know, but yeah. I liked when he was talking about Israel and then saying that Jewish hymn at the end. But it does, and then there was 2 other videos that he did where I liked his stance on certain topics, not everything, okay? I have the right to do that, Cindy. It doesn't make it rhetoric.
And then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, you gotta cancel Trump. Well, wait, what? Huh? Say what? And it's like an oxymoron right there. What are you talking about?
Then I'm like, you gotta cancel Trump? I don't think I said you gotta cancel Trump. I just said I couldn't get past a minute and 20 seconds of some speech I was listening to. Cindy, how is any of this of your concern?
Huh?
I don't like Trump.
I understand it. My mother and I have had this conversation. Okay? Yeah. I understand that.
Now, douchebag, you just said I like Ben Shapiro because he's Jewish. Did you hear yourself? You fucking weirdo.
Political party-wise, I do not. I'm an independent. I've always been an independent. I vote for what's right at the time, okay? You understand that? This is my stance on this for 1 second because I have to say this, and I hope you guys understand. There's an election coming up. There's election years in a lot of people's towns, cities, okay, for local government.
They used AIs in this recent midterm election, and they're trying to figure out the rules to use AI for the presidential election. Ain't that some shit, you guys? I read a whole article about it. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? So fucking disturbing. Using AI, oh my god, so disturbing.
And I hate to say it, but like this leftist liberal movement right now is not what it used to be. It's not what it used to be.
Wow.
Not even close. Not even close.
ads supporting, showing this person supporting this person supporting that. Man, I saved the article. I'll talk to you guys about it. I mean, it was, to look it up, you'll be disgusted. 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 Like faking people, the Pope, faking, Rand Paul, faking. I mean, what the heck? And they're allowing them. They're allowing them to do it, and they haven't even broken down the rules, the guidelines, nothing. Unbelievable.
I used to be liberal too, not anymore. Very much so. Very much, yes. Because I realized how stupid it was in my case. It's not stupid, but it's just my opinion. It leaves you open for a lot of subjectiveness. Yeah, and it leaves you left open for a lot of people to.
Yeah, that's what it, yeah. Yep. It's disgusting. They shouldn't be doing any of that. We don't need that AI. There was no need for that, especially after all the fucking movies that were horror movies about it, in my opinion.
Interpret things. That's correct. Yeah, interpretation and twist it around and all this other stuff, right? And I see, I hear, I like Ben Shapiro. He's Jewish, I'm Jewish.
Wow.
With this rhetoric that Trump is spewing, I think that.
Why do you keep saying I like Ben Shapiro because he's Jewish? Why can't I like somebody because of what they were saying? Cindy.
Really needs to be behind somebody that actually stands with their convictions.
Wow.
Absolutely. And conviction is something that people need to study on again.
My conviction is that I like, oh, what, AI can't? That's weird, huh? My conviction is that, you're going to call yourself an independent. You like who you like, but I'm not allowed to? Cindy, what are you talking about?
Conviction is, absolute. It's absolute. If you have speaking with conviction, I have confidence on that. It's not, whether I agree or not. Yeah. Speaking with conviction, and maybe I'll give you a second of my time.
Yeah, well, I don't like Trump. That's conviction.
If you have no passion in what you're talking about, then you're just saying what everybody wants to hear. So you
oh, sure. Evidently, I'm not. Because why are you guys talking about it?
And I follow a lot of channels that have rhetoric that goes on, like in their channels. They've all gotten demonetized. They've all gotten demonetized because they're speaking truth about what's going on in the political culture. And I'm not a political person. I've never been a political person. My mom always told me it's
oh, but so you're not a political person. Do you know how much studying and research I do, Cindy? I don't have much else, but I've always done that, Cindy. Always. At this point, I'm almost ready to throw my hands up, though, because of the AI stuff and everything, and I'm feeling like, the people's voice doesn't even really matter anymore. Like, really? I really am. I mean, here's Everett, okay? Everett, Washington, that has, apparently these pharmaceutical companies that made billions. So, how much is a billion? What is that? Like, 1,000 million is a billion? Is that right? 1,000 million is a billion? They made billions selling black market OxyContin. And so the city of Everett sues these pharmaceutical companies. and they gotta pay 50-something million. And they talk about what they're gonna do with the money, and their plan was to provide Narcan. Is that it? Over an amount of years, and then they'll make the payout over 17 years. Like, hold on a minute. Hold on a fucking minute. So, no criminal charges? You know, in that list of what they were, doing and what was so offensive, did the people who lost family members get a say? We need to send them a dose of Narcan to replace their family member? I mean, how did they find out they were selling OxyContin on the black market? Why aren't they facing criminal charges? I don't even understand that. Why is there no criminal charges? See, I just don't understand. Why are these people, and a lot of these pharmaceutical companies, they're owned by like certain if a drug dealer gets busted, right? And he's got a lot of assets, and I'm talking about a big drug dealer, right? And he's got a lot of assets. Don't they confiscate everything they have? And then they go and they do time. Why would we not know who the criminals are behind that? Are you guys still with me? I don't know. Because I feel like I don't know if people who have developed addictions through pain pills or what doctors have prescribed, or if people who have had family members who got prescribed pain pills. Okay, here's something. Okay. Sorry, okay. Lost interest about, like, the opioid crisis. I watched Bobo's video last night about, I guess is there a live cam? Oh, I get it. I get it, Panzer, I gotcha. Is there a live cam or something in Kensington? that, just, I don't know if that's what she was talking about, that there's like a live cam. Oh, okay. And she was talking about what would make people feel like that, what would make them want to put that shot in, what would do this, what would do that. I find it disgusting that it's pretty obvious why. So they could run it on live after they got this whole neighborhood, this whole city fucked up and calling it an open air drug market. And they had, and I mean, and the thought was, I mean, I did like what you said about the garbage and them not picking up the garbage, but why isn't the fucking garbage men picking up garbage? Oh, because they're probably picking it up in the neighborhoods where people are paying higher property taxes. Well, if the state doesn't care about garbage all across the state, only where they're getting more money, well then there's a fucking problem there. Somebody needs to okay, so if Purdue was selling allegedly, and other pharmaceutical companies selling OxyContin on the black market, isn't it possible that in Kensington it was happening? If Everett, Washington is selling, is it, do you see what I'm saying? Like, it gets trashed every day, right? But there's a reason why, like, so, you know, they're, if they're, I mean, shouldn't they look then into, if they're, why isn't Purdue being held responsible for this opioid crisis? Why are they not, why can they keep their, assets? I don't understand. They're the reason. Exactly. Exactly. Hi, Shonda. And, and back when they were not even, they knew that it could cause respiratory failure to prescribe this one and that one and could cause respiratory failure. They didn't care. And they still don't. Now they film the people and YouTube makes money off that. Isn't that awful? No, the pharmaceutical company. You're funny. Purdue, the chicken company. But there's another case of where where they and Bayer owns the patent to heroin. Bayer does. The aspirin company owns the patent to it. Ain't that some shit? owns the patent to it. Owns the patent to it. Yeah, but with this Trank and Fetty, if pharmaceutical companies have been found responsible for selling, oxys on the black market, well, couldn't it be another thing, too, that I was reading about? Do you know that Ford had plants in Nazi Germany and had forced labor? Like, people were dying working there. That's some shit. That's why the U.S. dragged its feet on going into that war, because, ugh, God, the blood on the hands of these rich people is grotesque. It's fucking gross. I felt guilt going through that PET scan machine when I saw Siemens printed on it. I felt guilt. Isn't that awful? I felt like I had compromised my conviction. Now that, Cindy, is where Siemens printed on it. What is it? Siemens? My stomach fucking turned. I felt disgusting, dude. I had to depend on that as part of something to save my life. I couldn't imagine the cruelty done so that I could go through that fucking machine. It makes me sick. And that's compromising conviction, Cindy. Right. Did you read about their history, Shalonda? Type in Siemens and the Nazis. Even Oshkosh Bagosh. Ugh. Oh my god. The biggest, like, their special durable material was fucking hair cloth. was hair cloth. The soap that was in rations and stuff, and that the soldiers were using, was the fat sucked out of them. Cindy, do you know how anti-Semitic you sound? Well, they would say that now, but years ago there was proof, but it's not to be found on the internet anymore, Tanger. Back then, if I'd have known to take screenshots of some of the stuff, hi, Mr. Tim, of some of the articles that I found like years ago, but can't find anymore, I would have. I just never thought that, things could be wiped out. It never occurred to me that things could actually be wiped out. Even up to this, there was man, I can't even imagine things can be wiped out. Even the list and the article that I would get my list from that I was doing my officer involved shootings before isn't there anymore. If I'd have known years ago, I read about an island called Hussein, right? It was named after Saddam Hussein because there had been, like a natural tragedy. Oshkosh is Oshkosh Bagosh. And the soap, I think it was like the ration soap. You'd have to look it up. But now they do say it hasn't been proven. But I feel like in the movie The Fight Club, they were kind of given a little hint there. You guys ever see the movie The Fight Club with Brad Pitt? Which I really didn't like at all, but my God, I mean, I have just been reading some stuff that just blows me away to the point that I'm like, wow, not convinced. Still not convinced that we can't beat evil. I'm not convinced that we can't. Because here's the thing. All right, hear me out. Hear me out. Each individually feels like, yeah, but when are we going to do it? We can't, what are we going to do? We can't do that. We know that, right, hope, faith, love, but I think it's because we are in the mindset of, we've been told, okay, we have been told that all right, this is kind of controversial here, all right, but I want you guys to know that when I research something and when I try to make sense of something, as far-fetched as maybe you guys might, or I don't know, like maybe you guys think, she's reaching or whatever, but I trust me when I tell you that the amount of different articles, things that I read. See, I'm not one for sitting there watching a bunch of videos and then coming to a conclusion. I don't do that. I go through archives of, papers written, like archived books that are old written things. You know, I do not listen to videos and say, oh, that's how it is. I don't do that. I'll read everything on something I possibly can and try to come to the things that are similar in all different accounts. And to me, that says to me, okay, now if I look here and it says it here, and then I look over here and look at that. And it starts falling into place. It makes sense. Now, we all know for sure that the majority of the world today is run on the love of money. Right? Right. We know that. We know that none of us wants to say, oh, but, do this and it'll get, if you're doing something for a good cause, you don't want to come off like it's for numbers, it's for views, it's for this, right? You want to be humble. You don't want people, because then people who are assholes, evil, let's just call that evil, and we'll call good good. Evil would say, look, they're doing it for clicks and views. And now, here's the thing. When they attack one person that's in a room for being here, remember, you're not one person. The more we care, the more clicks and views that you give, all it's indicative of to the powers that be is money. We don't even have to give them money. They'll take care of that. Okay? It won't cost us a thing to be united. But for the people who get money based on how many views somebody's getting, they do all that. That's them doing that. So to be united, don't let these naysayers who are sitting there and they're going to pick this out and they're going to pick this out, or you're going to see something and saying this. But it's not even the kindness is free. What it is being united. When they pick on you as a person and they bring you up in their videos, you do not think of that. You think, listen to evil, trying to bring down good. And that's what it is. Because at the end of the day, it does go back to people like Cindy, who's saying she's got a lot to say about me liking Ben Shapiro and what I don't like Trump, and then follows it up with she's not political. To me, I'm wondering why you don't care what happens with the country. Instead, you want to just talk smack about something that you are clearly stating you know nothing about. You're right, Robbie, you do. Except for the one time that you had to choose. But that's blown over. You know? But I still kind of saw Even though, Babos came off concerned, but then a bit like, people saying they have to bring in the National Guard to just clear those people out of there. I think they kind of should have done that with, a couple other things that have gone on. I'd rather see peace, but it's not going to be had unless you fight for it. I'm sorry, that's the way it is. Otherwise, we're just all going to remain silent and die. Now, here's another thing. At Passover, now here we go. Now, I know you guys are going to be like, religious. But it's not going to be your conventional stuff, okay? Because I've done a shitload of research, okay? And don't let it not give you hope. But let it make you realize that it's the here and now that we gotta start thinking about here. This isn't about something where a bunch of people who tell you, yeah, you do whatever the fuck you want, and you'll get saved at the end. That's their mindset. That's their justification. Here's the thing, So this guy goes, so Passover, all right? Passover. You got a lot of people who would travel. You guys tell me, where were we at? Jerusalem? Is that where you got? Right? Was it? Come on, you guys. The city he was in. He got crucified. I believe it was Jerusalem, right? So, the temple there is where these different, now each king of the, places where these people would come from, because this was a festive event, right? Just like people still go and it's a festive event. It's still kind of the same. They needed to have their money changed. They weren't the money lenders. They were money changers. There's more to the money lending stuff. So there is some of that, But so these people would come, and on their coins is whoever was king of their kingdom, But they'd get there, they had to change it in, and then they would hold it in a spot and stuff like that. I did look. I looked for after he cleared the church and tipped out all the, I'm sorry, the temple. After he kicked all their tables and everything over. Now we got to remember though, there was money from all those people there in like safes, so they could get it back when they were. See what I'm saying? They had to use the money that was for where they were. I did research. I researched. Right, and Skull, whatever. I don't know why they call something Skull Mountain. I mean, that's fucking horrific. Here's another thing. How is it even, would it even be humanly possible for their attire for him and the three disciples there, Peter and John, and right, am I right? Mount Hermon, which is where they thought, when he did when they went up and they saw him with Moses and Elijah, okay? 9,200 feet, right? And do you know that he also referred to himself as God and the Son of God? He sure did. Caesar Augustus did. mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 9,200 snow-covered mountain. 9,200 feet. Searched everywhere. Like, would that even be possible? And even if they did, they probably might have thought they were fucking seeing something. I'm not trying to negate anything. He became right after, right? Tiberius. I can't help but wonder. He was his adopted son. I mean, do we even know what he looked like? I mean, when he says, I'm going to sit on the throne of the kingdom of God, and here we've got the Holy Roman Empire saying he's God, and, I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying. Couldn't he have started a whole nother religion for the throne? And Simon Peter, whose name means rock, was the ultimate sacrifice. The rock that the church was built on. And that in the Quran, they say when they made Simon pick up the cross, and carry it for him. I'm not doubting anything. I'm telling you guys what I've read. And what happened to Barabbas? Is he mentioned again? I mean, isn't it possible that, I don't know, that in actuality, the Jesus Barabbas or whatever, am I saying the name wrong? They say they hung him next to two other thieves. So who was the other one then? They don't even mention. Like, I just don't even understand, like, where did the second one? I thought they let one go. Like, didn't they? Yeah, so where did they just pulled one out and here, throw him up there then? Wouldn't there just have been two if they let him go? I'm just saying that I think that the Palestinians and the Jews are interconnected in a way, but I don't think that they. Really, that's interesting. they had there was quite a bit I was reading that I just think the Palestinians and the Israelites could get along. They do in other places. In other places, they're not fighting. Yeah, but what about the one they let go? Remember? Am I saying it right? Barabbas? Barabbas? I wonder if hearsay is like a derivative, is that the right word I'm trying to think of heresy. Like, if back then, if somebody said, well, I read all this stuff, and I mean, yeah, but what I was reading was not like from, this was from multiple different accounts of, different, in the Bible, it says that Simon took the cross from Jesus. It says it. Does it mention where he put it back? I mean, I'm thinking that's what happened, that Simon, they didn't let either go? I thought they did. Now, in the Bible, doesn't it say, because somebody looked that up, Jesus Barabbas, or Barabbas, because his first name was Jesus too, because that meant son of man. I thought they let him go. If they didn't let either go, then wow. Yeah, Barabbas. No, I'm not answering you, Robbie. I'm talking to Shalanda. Barabbas. Well, they don't say that in the Bible. They don't go, Dad, the other dude got cut loose. The other dude. The other dude. Here's another thing, too. They went, like, really, and this was like, they did a lot of research that, so here's this, big festive thing going on, right? It's Passover, right? Right. That's what I'm saying. Did they ever, like, Barnabas? No, not Barnabas. They said Barabbas. See, but I always think it was Barnabas. I keep thinking they just changed his name. They were always fucking changing names back then. They just be changing somebody's name right out of the blue. I'm telling you. But they also said that, yeah. So, and here's another thing. Jesus just comes and makes a whip and starts whipping people. I mean, like, that's a little, you know? But his point was to be like, no, this church is not going to be, just for, a den of thieves, this and that, he's yelling, and then, it becomes the church, not the temple anymore. It's not a synagogue anymore. It's a church. And then, uh, but the thing is during time like that, a person coming and creating a scene would have caused, some shit. It would have been like, treason or political you know what I mean? Like, people were being crucified for that, for like, making scenes. Especially if you were Jewish, yeah. If you didn't follow, like, the Holy Roman, you come from another place, you come in there, you start whipping people, kicking things around. It was either they all get killed or, that's what that high priest says, like, it's either all of you or just him. I mean, this fucker's kicking everything around, you know? I mean, yeah, it's so, yeah, you know what? I can see how that, yeah, great point, Shalana. That's a great point. That really is a great point. Because, um, I see myself sometimes, I'll just, wow, man, I'm like, I can't do it anymore. I can't. Because you know what? I think about, there's a saying that's in there and it says something like, seek and ye shall find, and the more you find, you'll be dismayed, or something like that. Like, you know, yeah, that's actually the first, the Caesar there, the one, Augustus. He wasn't bad. They said that there was some time when there was, that's why I gotta wonder. Like, I mean, he died real quick after that, and Tiberius was in. Yeah, and they were pretty much. But I do gotta wonder about this whole Simon Peter thing. There was a lot of, I just don't understand, where did the body go? If it was all about the soul lifting to heaven, why would he be lifted in body? And you know what I'm saying? No, not Peter's. Jesus. Yeah, Robbie. Exactly. And that's exactly what happened in this research I was doing. Was that they were like, oh, fuck, this is going to ruin our Passover celebration. you know, this guy fucking causing a scene and shit. Like, so basically it was like a political, you know, oh, okay. Ah, see, isn't that funny how the word, like, there's somebody with a lot of, they're overzealous. A zealot. Isn't that weird? Huh? Wow. I came across this paper that somebody had, well, it was more than one paper. And you could tell somebody had, like, actually, like, typewritten this, It was online. I Googled. There was 700 discrepancies in the Bible. Hey, Alabama girl, how you doing? Man, you know, I do want to say, I saw Sharon going off on Swiss Miss in a video. Not going off, but like, whoa, why, man? Why? I don't understand. Swiss Miss doesn't come here or anything. Like, why would she be mad if she had said something nice or something? Wow, that's pretty sad. I mean, it's sad that, I don't know, some people have to threaten people to remain friends with them or something. I don't even know. But I appreciate you guys for the conversations we have because I am looking to conversate with people in my live stream. Sometimes I come on and I'll, whatever. You know, but like in a time like this where, this is a conversation. Or I don't know who you call. I don't know what that means, but I've seen her go off on you before, but I thought it was because you had been in Barbara's live stream. But even that's bad. People should just be like, bleh, whatever. Maybe I was a little harsh on Just John. Maybe I was, and I apologize if I was, because she's saying something like Swiss Miss said she would like to be a mod in my channel. I don't know what she's talking about. Swiss Miss doesn't even come to my channel. Why would she say she'd like to be a mod in my channel? Maybe she meant so she could remove comments that were about you. Who knows? What are you like? I don't even understand what she was mad at. Like, it doesn't even make sense. I'm sure if Swiss Miss would have said something like that, it would be because it would be because so she could remove comments. I don't even know, man. It just didn't even make sense to me. Swiss Miss never comes here. Oh, I don't know anything about that blue jeans. I think it's rotten people calling anyway. I really do. That's nothing I would ever do. I don't care. Like unless somebody was like physically in my realm and there was really something really really going on. There's no way, no way I would ever do that. Like I saw Tish again talking about fucking Colin and getting Maddie kicked out in the cold. Maddie, come on now, Tish. And she goes, and I would do it again. It wasn't about that it was, the point was that it was the middle of COVID, you would have said that to, that corporate office. You lied and said you were there with your kids and saw a hypodermic needle fall out of her pocket. That's what you did. It was about the lying. You said nothing about COVID. Nothing. And it was the lie. And then the sitting there with, all my, that, I mean, then the other time, with the other one got her kicked out, and they were all like filming Maddie when she was live and she was crying and she was really cold. I don't even know any of that. No, I'm not saying Maddie wasn't the one lying. It was fucking Tish. The one they all sit there going, you're wonderful, you're wonderful. I never said shit about doubting your mother died. That was not you. It's like they are just so terrible. They only hear what they want to hear. And the thing is just like I just played for you guys, of Cindy going 8 to 10 open heart surgeries. Did you guys hear that? Did everybody hear it? Or should I play it again? 8 to 10 open heart surgery. In 11 years. That'd be one a year. Who must be? Is that possible? 8 to 10 open heart surgeries in 11 years. I just want people to know when this lady who keeps trying to bring up the shit of me imprudently and stuff, and me and Ben Shapiro. Well, I get that, but I'm not disputing that. What I'm saying is now she says 5. Now she says 5. But I never disputed it. That's the thing. I never even noticed that she went from one to the other. Well, the thing is, though, she's calling me a grifter. No, not Sharon. Somebody else. I'm not even saying their name. You know what I mean? But it's like annoying to me that, my integrity keeps getting put in question by somebody where I didn't even notice until, like, I'm trying to figure out when did this animosity begin? So, like, I go back through her live streams. I'm like, my God, when did she start, like, hating on me? And I hear her say 8 to 10 open heart surgeries. I'm like, wait a minute. You said I was down and that you had 5, which I wasn't. Now you're saying I was down and you had 8 to 10. I mean, and all the while calling me a grifter. That's where the subject of contention comes in. Like, that's where I'm like, hold up now. And here's the thing. Everywhere, like every live stream she goes into, they're all basically about me, but she gets accolades, right? And so she's adapted this whole, um, well, Robbie, I think it's aggressive gang stalking. But you should just let Sharon do that, Blue. The thing is no. What I came to see was that she was talking about that. I don't know if she was like, but somebody, she was saying this was 8 months ago. That's where it seemed to take, something seemed to change in her live stream. Where like Sharon, I think, started to argue, but I wasn't in her live stream, but Sharon now and her people were in there. Where Cindy didn't usually get too many people at all, but Sharon was in there, and Kimberly. And Kimberly was saying, I miss you guys, which it was like so sad that none of them could come to my live stream anymore, you know? But Sharon was in there, piping up and stuff. And Cindy was going, I know, I never made fun of anybody with a disability. And I'm like, I don't know what she was talking about. Like, it sounded like she was saying that someone had implied that she'd been making fun of someone with a disability. But I don't know who or when. And it just seems like I do think people get harassed if they come in here, and then at some point they get caught up in the accolades of it and all the people in their room then, and and the heat's off them, and you know whatever, if they become toxic and they don't know it. But that seemed to be what I saw, was that at some point there, Sharon comes into the picture with her fucking, I don't go with anybody unless they go with me, which I don't even know. I remember I got blocked because I said the name of an ICP song. Me and Swiss Smith happened to be talking about ICP in there. I said it was F the World. That's what I said. But I wasn't like, maybe I should have put a note or said my favorite song or whatever. But I got blocked. And then she starts going on about she's blocked in my channel, but she wasn't. I looked, those three dots it did not say on High Music. And I had texted her that. I said, no, you're not, man, look. And she just kept running with that she was blocked, but I didn't have her blocked. So, whatever. It was what it was, but that's what I see as like a kind of common denominator, is that people get harassed. It's too bad. I've heard them all complain about that happening to them, and then they'll go, and that's why I don't like SG. But it's like, I'm not doing it to you. Like, they're complaining about how much shit they went through when they were on my channel. And then right then it goes right back to like, as if, like I'm the problem, which is the way society looks at people who are stalked. Believe me, if you get stalked at a job, you get fired. It's not let's help our worker. It's let's get rid of the problem. And it's fucked up, man. Because they give the stalker what they want. It's fucked up. And you go to the police and they say, oh, it's domestic. But no, it's not. This is not my boyfriend. I don't date this person. But who thinks that a 50-year-old man would spend 6 hours dialing the same number over and over and over and over and over. Yeah, they have, Robin. Yeah. And that's because of the laws. Because the laws, man. And that wasn't anything to do with YouTube, what I'm talking about here. But there's no, like, but you would, I remember the kid saying to me, because it wasn't even on myself, it was the business job I had before I even met the person. I liked it. I liked my fucking job. That's fucked up. Who fucking does that? Picture that in your mind. Dialing the same number over and over for 6 hours, 12 hours in full, 2 days, 2 shifts, their phone. And they can't call the fucking cops? They're a business. I know that people have seen Lifetime movies, right? Like, you've seen Lifetime movies. Like, here's another thing, like, uh, okay, for instance, let's take Jodie Foster. All right. So maybe there was, he's out now, right? He's got a band. He's even does something. I think even his show sold out and stuff. But here's the thing. Thank God for all that, sure. But the thing is, did they even take into account how she may have felt? Like, what if he got out and in his mind he was like, I sat in jail because of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if he would have been successful in his attempt, his assassination attempt at the president? And all over, the room, it was, I did this with, do you know what I mean? But here's what I'm not understanding, is this. I never saw the movie. What was it called? Taxi Driver or something? Was it Robert De Niro? Has anybody ever seen it? With Jodie Foster? Anyone? Anyone? Jodie Foster, Robert De Niro. Bye, Shalonda. It was Taxi Driver. It's just that I can't imagine that they can't listen to people who are being Was it? Probably. I don't really know. I never saw it. But I do love Jodie Foster. But my point is the psychological damage. Now, I'm not sure, was he already writing to her? Did she know about him as you know, was there, I'm curious. I don't know if anybody in here knows. You know, they don't get to have it both ways. They don't get to have a diagnosis of, you know, mental abuse, or this is what this narcissist will do, this is tactics of abuse, this, that, and that, right? Have a shitload of videos about it and get paid for them. And then, on the flip side, allow it to happen. And make money off that too. Because that shows they know that it happens. So they can't claim they didn't know what they were allowing on social media platforms, that they didn't know the damage that it does. Okay. There's got to be a loophole for justice. And not just social media, I mean across the board. It can't get worse. Things have got to get better. Peace, love, and tacos. Bye, Robbie.